Is purely focusing on blockading and ship battles a good way to build up war score then? Yes! Especially since I forget which patch it was, Denmark I think, where they've made it so that ship blockades will cause devastation to the coastline. So not only are you blockading, which also gives you money, because you're stealing money from them, but you're also doing actual economic damage to their provinces. So if you're blockading them, then the devastation, this score will start to tick up, and that has some pretty potent negative effects on the provinces. So yes, blockades can absolutely win you battles. And also, they're down to medium war exhaustion because we're winning at sea. Like, it's a good way of reducing their enthusiasm, because blockades will reduce enthusiasm. Oh, we're actually getting the points from the battles, so apparently on land we're winning as well, now that France has finally kicked in. Speaking of which, how are we doing here? Ottomans still have 110,000 men in the field, the French have 71,000, but they still have 72,000 manpower. Poland's running out. Yeah, Poland is definitely beginning to hurt. But France has a lot of way to go. If you remove them, they won't spawn back. No, they won't. Alright, so I could go ahead of time, mega ahead of time, for better troops, or I could just spend that on development. What else is there to spend military points on? I'm not sure there is. I'll spend it down a bit, but I'm a little bit nervous about how just expensive this is. That plus 25% from being coastline is harsh. Triangle trade. European nations started to colonize North and South America. They created lots of plantations for the production of cotton, tobacco and sugar. First they tried to use the local population as slaves, but they quickly died out where that was tried. Slaves were then imported from Africa, which created a triangular trade system. Europe sold textiles, Roman manufactured goods to Africa, Africa sold slaves to America, and America sold cotton, sugar and tobacco back to Europe. Yeah, the Ottomans are definitely losing a lot of troops. We've lost almost nothing to attrition. Probably because all the wars up here have been defensive. All the fighting, rather. I love this just single Lithuanian galley. It's just like, yeah, Aegean Sea, I got this. It's my sea. This is the Lithuanian Sea now. Just one boat. Alright, you can head out. I'm almost tempted to go for Naska Beer. Right, let's close you and you, group you. So we're up to 11 galleys again. Most of them are war galleys at this point. We could get that one, but their main fleet is still over here somewhere. I'm just not entirely sure precisely where. Must be in here because I'm not seeing it. The French fleet is... There it is. They're going back to the Ionian Sea. Where are you going? France is going to the Gulf of Sirte. It's fine. A gift! Akanulu has given me 20 ducats. Thank you, Akanulu. And they're going after that one Lithuanian ship. Yeah, he did not last long. As kind of expected. "51 ships. Oh, I need that extra Diplo. I'm annoyed that I spent the Diplo on the Admiral, although he is a much better Admiral. 14 ship... Oh, they've... Crap. I didn't notice them sneaking away. Alright. I'll try and get there. I doubt we'll be on time. Sorry, France. Yeah, that was a bad one for France. In that case, we're going to go here. You've just started moving, but you're not going to be anywhere near in time. So we'll just kill some more of their transports in that case. 7 transports, 2 of those. We actually captured them this time. Ruthless Blockader. Blockade efficiency plus 25. That's actually going to be super helpful. Right, run away. They're still going to get here on time. And there are no islands here that I can sneak away to either. However, my fleet should be, yeah, tip-top strength. And now that I keep seeing the heavies just getting to places first... Oh, I can't do that. Bugger. That's probably the transports they're sinking. Mamelukes and the Ottomans are now rivals. Yeah, we're hemorrhaging ships. Run away! Run away! Huzzah! Johnny5, thank you very much for the subscription, and craw blimey, and also the bits. Thank you so much for your support there. Really do appreciate that. Very, very kind. Thank you. Thank you. Right, how am I doing for the galleys? I'm down to just 5. Crap. Alright, let's build some more. Unfortunately, it just takes time. Oh no, the Ottomans got to Venice. I stopped watching it. Thankfully, we built a fort there. I do have an army which is extremely well drilled and very professional. How many transports do I have left?
Ready to serve, my lord.
Carracks. So the Carracks got away. Dormonster, also thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to all of Dormonster's people. Alright, the first thing I think I'm going to do is I'm going to merge you guys together. Then you and you can merge. There's the transports fleet. So I can send 6 troops at a time. 6 against 12 is not going to be enough. The French might be on their way to Venice. If we lose Venice, that would be very bad. Although the Ottomans now want peace. Well, the war enthusiasm for my allies is still extremely high, so I think we can continue just doing some damage. I'll just need to keep a very close eye on that. Oh, the host, yeah. Sorry, I have my mind on other things, oddly enough. A gift, Genoa, 100... Okay, that's going to help my building ships fund. No! Wrong place! Down here! France! Venice! Go! Right, I'm going to stop you drilling for the moment. Where do you think you're going? With your 1 unit. Did you clear them out? Yeah, you cleared them out. Thank you. Are they still sending more stuff? I think they are. Okay, so what I am going to do in that case is grab you lot, put you in the cogs. I'm going to send you to Venice. I'm just going to leave the transports out at sea, out there. They are chasing. We should win this fight before they arrive, though. Easily. Are they going back to the... No, the Ottomans haven't said where they're going, so we're going to go and land in here. Now they're going back to the Ionian Sea, so we're going to go to Surt, and then up here. You're going to go this way. You're going back to the Aegean. Okay, good. So you're going to go out here. You're going to go out here, here, and then here. Good. So we're starting to rebuild the number of ships we have. They're going back to the Ionian. That's fine, we're going around it. Taranto, you should be out of there before they... Oh, really? Really? 10, 11... If these guys join, this could be another great victory. Oh, that is even better, actually. Because I'm going to let my two... Yes, I do want to continue collecting. You two can do that. And then we're going to go and attack here. 29 against 38. We should win that one. We actually have more heavies than they do now. And my fleet is just better. Though I think I'm going to send my transports in just for that extra little bit of backup. You are simply the best. Simply the best. Better than all the rest. Didn't realise that Door Monster streamed on Twitch. Yeah, they did. Ever since they were doing the fundraising campaign for their new film, whose name I've already forgotten. Skyvault. Or is it a series? Well, I think it is a film. How much is it to ask for a beginner's guide or some sort to EU4? I've already got one. Check out my YouTube channel at youtube.com/MordredViking. Although I must warn you, it's kind of long. I was doing a Get It Started an hour later. Okay. We haven't even unpaused yet, but this is like all the setup stuff already done. Skyvault is a series, okay. But yes, there is already a getting started EU4 thing on my YouTube channel. Go, go, go. Yes, we arrived. Transports are here. Main ships are here. And the main ships are not going to be targeted first. The transports actually are, which I'm totally okay with. No, we are getting our asses handed to us, though. Again. I don't understand why we were so effective that one time. Ouch. That was a terrible defeat. They only lost 4 galleys. We lost 5 and 13 transports. Ooh, and 2 of the heavies. Only one of them was mine, though. Didn't actually lose any of the transports, but I lost all of my galleys. Crap. That's actually really bad. That's a very big setback. It's at this point where I'm really wishing I had some more ports so I could actually build these ships a bit faster. Also, I am rapidly running out of sailors. All of the sailors that I've been basically just stacking up for this entire game, capturing. Is it from the latest expansion? It's not from Britannia, it's from the one before, I think, but that shouldn't matter. It doesn't change anything in the early game. Hey, Lewis. Like, the start of all of these games, pretty much since the beginning, is unchanged. And Genoa's now sending me for... I'm getting 10 ducats a month in subsidies. This is incredible. And even though we are losing the war at sea, they're at 35 mercenaries. Like, the invasion of Ottoman territory should really start to begin soon. It's unnerving that they have all the ships, though, but they only have 4 transports. I've done great work against their transport fleet. And the French are building up more troops. Oh, no, the French are... Wait, who are the French? You're fighting someone else. Someone else went and conquered that. Interesting. Well, that's going to piss the French off, I hope. So the French might go and attack stuff more. Better. Maybe. Hopefully. Please. Well, I've lost all of my galleys, so my plan to sell the galleys is clearly not going to work. Would I say the learning curve is casual compared to CK2? I wouldn't say it's necessarily more casual. I would say it's more intuitive. Like, Crusader Kings has a lot of stuff hidden in menus and decisions and things like that, while EU4 is more open. Like, the main thing for the EU4 is this button right here. Click on your shield and you get access to pretty much everything that you're going to need. All in this. As to what all of these component parts do, that's a little more difficult. Like the diplomacy, looks really intimidating because there's just a lot of options, but they make sense. Like offer alliance. You get an alliance. Form a coalition. Well, actually, that's a little more complicated. Offer condottieri. You're selling troops as mercenaries. Improve relations. You're making them like you more. Yeah, it's more intuitive, I would say, than Crusader Kings. At least it feels that way. But there are... Like, on the surface, you can do most things. But then there's... If you dig deeper, you can do a lot more. But you only really need to do the surface, especially if you're playing as bigger nations. And I would highly recommend this. Bigger nations like France. Start out your game as France. France can do everything in the game, and they can do it very well, but you have the ability to fail. France are big enough that you lose a couple of wars, it doesn't matter hugely. Yeah, it'll set you back a couple of decades, but you can recover. It's France. So don't do like what I did, where you start as one of the small nations in the HRE when I first started playing. Terrible decision. Play as France is how I learned too. Finally, trade ideas. Boom, 20% better galleys, just as all my galleys are dead. Excellent timing there, Mordred. Excellent timing. And I also get some more trade power, which should mean more trade income. Oh, crikey, that's 95,000 men attacking. Damn it, France. Hurry up with that siege. But we are attacking. Lithuania's down to low. The big guys are still pretty high, though. Alright, Poland's down to medium. I should probably start thinking about what I want to do to peace out here. Okay, I need to wait just a little bit longer than we can peace out for a white peace. We haven't achieved anything here except for just bloodying their nose a bit. So hopefully in the next war that, say, the Mamluks pursue against them, they can do some damage. And I also know that I need to have a much more powerful navy. Although we have done some serious damage to their navy. I think I will have a much easier time recovering from the naval losses than they will. I mean, we've killed, what, 20 galleys? And their entire transport fleet. And a whole bunch of the heavies. Like, the Ottomans usually actually struggle a bit to rebuild those galleys. Oh, sorry, I wasn't watching the battle. Apparently Poland was close to taking out the 70k stack. As Mordred said, take France or perhaps the Ottomans. Well, actually, no. I would not recommend the Ottomans. This is actually something interesting. At the... I don't remember if it was the Dharma talk, but certainly one of the talks, the developers were talking about what countries to select for new players. So when you first start the game, and there's the list of recommended nations, the Ottomans on that recommended nation, and they had metrics that said when a new player chose the Ottomans as their starting nation, they almost never played another game. So they've actually overcomplicated the Ottomans with like the harem stuff, with the Janissary decisions, with the big buttons that you have to press to do things. So they've removed the Ottomans from the recommendations. Why no Iron Man? Because I don't like it. I don't play this for achievements. And also, when things bug out, like France not fighting in a war, I like to be able to reload. Not for save scumming, just so I can reload to get rid of bugs. Muscovy's recovered. We're still 5% ahead of time. I'm okay with 5%. It's not like I'm short on military points right now. Morale is a problem for me, so we're going to go Tercio. France are no longer paying me subsidies. Yeah. Alright, they're at -9. White peace would be accepted. I think we're just going to white peace out. Disappointing as it is. But this will give us a treaty with them for a while. And there it is. We did a lot of damage, but not enough. And now I need some rivals. Siena. Mantua, seeing as they've rivaled me. Right, you lot, jump on a boat. And we're going to send you back over here to start retraining. We're going to turn our forts off. Merge you guys together. I'm going to split the heavies out. Despite the fact I lost one, which is annoying. Mothball. Alright. And now the rebuilding begins. The Ottomans no longer consider France a rival. The Ottomans have announced the Mamluks as a rival. Alright. Actually, yes. Who else did I have access through? Switzerland. I don't need it anymore, but thank you. And I would have to blame that war on France. Like, they did not do nearly enough. Poland and Lithuania, though, you did good. You did very good, and I will definitely help you in future wars. Probably. I'm still getting all my subsidy money. Business is booming! Thanks to our shrewd commerce practices, merchants are being attracted to our realm, and our trade efficiency has increased as a result. What is my naval combat bonus now? 45%. I feel like that's going to matter more next time. France not fighting, was that really a bug though? Ouch. Yeah, hopefully the French will be a little more useful next time. And you're idle. Alright, so we have a free diplomat. I would still like to try and get Naples on my side. Because I feel like the Neapolitan Navy next time would be very, very helpful. So that goes down to 64. I'm going to improve relations with you again. I wish it was possible to, like, compile a list of nations you want to improve relations with, and then use this thing for that. Like interested countries or something like that. The levée in time, many of the everyday occurrences in the life of our Grand Master and his predecessors have become the subject of ceremony. Being able to attend the bedroom of the ruler as he dresses, for instance, is considered by many the best way to gain the ear of the Grand Master. An elaborate court life will certainly limit the power of our nobles to plot against us in their countryside properties, but it could also prove quite expensive. Denying them the right to be part of the daily life of our Grand Master entirely, on the other hand, would also limit their influence, but the nobility would likely resent it. Modest level. Not getting my troops back in time. Oh well. I'm actually way over my manpower limit. The Genoese Trade League has disbanded. Interesting. Right, Genoa did not join the war, did they? I was like, hang on, I don't remember you fighting in that one. It's because they didn't. How is the autonomy here? 80%. Okay. Meanwhile, I'm going to put my main fleets over in Rhodes, so I can keep them separated. I can always move them to Crete when we're actually at war and I need them in better locations. So when do the next galleys become available? Tech level 14, so 3 techs away. Okay. And if it wasn't for the subsidies, I would now be losing money. Right, you guys can join together, start drilling. Although I will reduce army maintenance down. Never had to dig into my professionalism, so that should still be really high actually compared to most nations. Kind of curious, how is my professionalism in comparison? Pretty good. Flanders is the highest with 49, Brabant, Denmark, Saxony, France with 34. I'm only 4% behind France. What about the Ottomans? I suspect the Ottomans had to dig into it to get all that manpower. Because they did recover the manpower rather quickly, particularly considering they were taking quite a few casualties. Yeah, the Ottomans, 3%. Okay, good. I have to say, that is definitely one of my favourite new features, the professionalism. I really like that system. and the military drill, so you can train your armies. Or not. Unhappiness amongst the clergy. Or because we are a zealot, we can improve clergy relations and gain some papal influence. I think that sounds magnificent. Can't do Diplo support for another 5 years, so I will request a contribution from you. I could get some more papal influence. Speaking of which, tax modifier, what is my tax income right now? 2.66. Or that mercantilism. I mean, the mercantilism is going to be juicy. Oh, mercantilism increases embargo efficiency too. That I didn't realise. And then the provincial trade power modifier, so Rhodes, Crete, and especially Venice will be just worth more. You know what? I think mercantilism early on is going to be a good thing to invest in. Now I could trade in some of the clergy power, particularly because my devotion's already maxed out. Oh, that's just influence. I would quite like to have a Diplo minister. I feel like I'm falling behind in that. Especially as I have a Diplo idea that's just not really moving. What skill is mine? Is it level 2? That would be why. And also we're focusing military. No wonder I've had so many military points. Mistake! Send you over there, send you over there. Right, let's go back to speed 5. Not something I do very often in EU4, but I feel like it's kind of worthwhile as the Knights, because you do have a fair amount of downtime. Though now I have Venice, I can do a bit more. No, we're going to wait for the next admin. Is there anything else I need to build, by the way? Nope, I've built all the things in all the places. Although what I could do is unmothball my forts and then start building up the land tradition. Because right now I am losing it. What's my naval tradition? 34. Yeah, it's not great. Any nations formed yet? I don't think so. Still only 1544. It's relatively early. Yeah, the problem with you can't really grow tall as an island nation because you have a minus 25%. Sorry, you have a plus 25% development cost because of being coastal, i.e., islands. Now, what I need to do is just build more and more galleys. Just stay ahead of the curve on that. Build 10 heavies. Way too expensive. Plus, inland sea, galleys are more effective. Novgorod is alive. Yeah, Muscovy's not had a good game. Though it looks like Sweden's now starting to chew them up. Delete the forts? No, I want the forts. I built the forts. Because I want to have that time available to jump in and retake a province, like Venice. Venice would have fallen if I didn't have a fort there. But because I have a fort, it gave time for France to arrive and take them out.